Hey guys, welcome to Holistic Mojo. I'm Jamie Sahara Ali, and today we are going to talk about fruit shrubs. So if you've never heard of a fruit shrub before, don't worry. Up until about 6 months ago, I hadn't heard of one either. But I have since started seeing them on menus, not just drink menus as in cocktail menus, but also just in the non-alcoholic section. And they make really, really tasty non-alcoholic options as well as amazing additions to your drinks. So traditionally, you make a shrub with fruit of your choice, white vinegar, and sugar. But I started to play around with the recipe and found that apple cider vinegar actually gave it a much more round and earthy flavor. And then maple syrup kind of finished that out again with that nice earthy, almost caramel type flavor, which I just thought was awesome. Now that also makes shrubs go from something that just tastes good to something that's good for you. So the apple cider vinegar offers a little kick of probiotics in there, as well as a wonderful way to clean the oil out of your system, especially out of your liver. And maple syrup will not spike your fire in your body. So if you're somebody who tends to rash easily or just run hot, this is not going to affect you in the same way that honey will affect you, or white sugar is going to affect you, or even raw sugar for that matter. So I've found that these now make a really healthy option, and there's something great for just the summertime, something to give your kids that's not fruit juice, it's not super high in sugar, it's not going to make them go straight up a mountain and then face plant into the base of the mountain. It's going to be much more supportive of their system. So, things you will need: fruit. Today we are going to work with strawberries, but any fruit will do. Ginger makes a really lovely one also, so start to play around. Pick whatever fruit is your favorite. You're going to need apple cider vinegar. I like to go with the raw apple cider vinegar and the unfiltered, just because it has less that's done to it and it's better for your body. And then you're going to need some maple syrup. You're not going to need a gallon of it, but that's just how I roll. I really like my maple syrup. Now, as far as maple syrup goes and the grades go, for me, the less they mess with it, the better. So I tend to go for like the higher letter grade. So like a grade A to me is not going to be as amazing as a B or a C, just because they have had less done to them. So they're a lot more rustic. There are a lot more minerals, or there are a lot more minerals in them. So that's my opinion. Whatever works for you, play with it, see what your body likes, see what your taste buds like. You're also going to need a mason jar with a nice lid on top of it. So what you're going to do first and foremost is take your apple cider vinegar, fill up your jar halfway, and then you're going to pour that apple cider vinegar into a pan, and you're going to heat that to about 130 degrees Fahrenheit or 55 degrees Celsius. And then we'll go from there. All right, so first thing you do is cut up your fruit. Okay, so now you have a jar that is filled almost to the top. You want to leave just maybe half an inch at the top between the fruit and the lip of the jar. Then you're going to take your apple cider vinegar and pour it in. So that it covers the fruit. Then you're going to put your cap on and put it in a cool, dark place from anywhere from 2 days to 4 weeks. Okay, so our strawberries have been sitting for a week in the apple cider vinegar. So we just put a strainer over a bowl, dump the strawberries into that strainer, and strain all that delicious juice out. So here we have the leftover fruit from mango, raspberry, and black cherry. And I like to let these sit a little bit once I'm finished with them so that I can make sure I get all the extra juices. So one at a time, I'll place them in the strainer over top of a bowl so that they have time to strain out, and I make sure I get every last drop of that super delicious infused vinegar. And I've got this beautiful pink fuchsia red deliciousness here. So I'm going to take that juice and put it back into the jar. And I've got just a little bit less than half a jar here. So I'm going to grab my maple syrup. And I use maple syrup because that's my preferred flavoring option. It doesn't spike your fire or your pitta as much as, say, honey or raw sugar or even cane sugar. So I like to use the maple syrup. I also find it gives it a nice earthy quality. Now, I don't specifically measure this. I find that most of the time it's approximately 50-50. So give it a stir and I give it a taste. And that is perfect. So there we have it. Now I'm going to put the cap back on this, put it in the fridge, and use it in any drink that I want, whether it's an alcoholic drink or I just mix it with water or soda water for a nice refreshing afternoon drink. You're going to get all of the health benefits of strawberries as well as all the health benefits of apple cider vinegar, and both of those are going to be cooling for my system to help move the summer heat out of my body and keep me nice and cold. Enjoy!